I had the benefit of studying law in UCC, and I was taught by jurisprudence by Tim Murphy. He was, I think, an excellent lecturer there. He concentrated very much in contemporary schools of jurisprudence, and from that perspective wrote a very short book that was published the year I left UCC, so I've obviously read it, and it informed my thinking very much from then on. It was called Rethinking the War on Drugs in Ireland, published in 1996. Now, in 1996, Ireland was a different world. As Deputy Donnelly talked about, inner city communities were being ravaged by drugs, but it was pretty much contained in inner cities. Okay, the Henry scene, the party scene was going in Cork, and middle-class students were taking drugs. They weren't being stigmatised in the way that people in poorer communities were, but drugs were beginning to move out into the broader community. Since then, I've seen many successes of the war on drugs. The Collopys, the McCarthy-Dundons, they were just learning their trade in the streets of Limerick at that time. They went on to become major drug dealers, and the Gardaí did take them on, did put them away. George, the Penguin Mitchell was jailed, John Gilligan was jailed, the Kinahans are now on the run. So has that led to the war on drugs being won? Are there no more drugs in our streets? No, there are far more drugs in our streets, and they're in every community in Ireland. They're in every village in Ireland now. Bodyke, Scariff, every town, every village in Ireland now has a thriving drugs trade. And combating, wasting Garda resources, chasing these people, and they are evil. And a trade is very much in their hands. They're making money out of it. But the answer is not to continue to chase, and the answer is to take the trade out of their hands, to legalise, and to deal with the fact that there's a huge and growing market for drugs. And that's a health issue, and that needs to be dealt with in the same way that we deal with the appetite and the demand for every other substance, cigarettes, alcohol, etc. Instead of fighting a losing war, which is very clearly losing despite the best efforts of the Gardaí. So I commend Deputy Reardon, I commend the motion, but I'd like to see action in the House.